So yesterday, Patrick up. Here's what happened. We were watching Andor on Disney Plus, a great little offshoot to a Star Wars franchise. And this happened. I know. Like, where the fuck did this woman come from? When we were watching it, I replied, well, goddamn, that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life. To which Patrick replied, I know, right? Next to you, of course.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
About 8 hours later.
By the time you come home, I will be a new woman.
What?
I will be a dark femme.
Excuse?
In the next 8 hours, I'm going to learn how to manipulate the hell out of you.
This is a new thing?
Yeah, it's a TikTok advertised it. It's an ebook. I'm gonna read it today.
This sounds dubious. Are you sure that step one isn't don't tell the person you're manipulating them?
I haven't gotten that far, so...
Recently on my TikTok For You page, I have been served these advertisements. These ads are very distinct. It's very lo-fi, low budget. It seems like they have sourced a lot of the footage from other people's Instagrams or other people's TikToks, and they just layer on blocks of text that are filled with tips on how to manipulate, seduce, and control men. It's advertised to me as the secret of the dark femme, which, you know, rolling over from the year of the goddess last year, we know that the world loves to provide archetypes for women. The Madonna, or the she-devil, Struganona, one of my favorite archetypes. I mean, talk about power. You blow kisses and you immediately get pasta. Hello. Initially, I ignored these ads because, like, what the fuck, right? I get served lots of crazy things on TikTok, and I just chalked this up to be another one of those things. However, I kept seeing them. And then I saw one of my favorite TV writers on Twitter, Ashley Ray. She got served one of these ads, and her response was like, literally, what the fuck? So, today, my beautiful nerds, I'm going to download and read all of the information of the Dark Femme Handbook. And I'm gonna do that so you don't have to. Call this a video essay, call this a book review. I'm gonna call it, it's a whole mess. I told myself that I wasn't gonna vlog until after I finished the book, but y'all. Page 48 poses the question, out of nowhere, really. Have you ever had an unintentional kiss? What? You might also want to pretend to turn to face him just as he turns his head. Your faces should be just a few inches apart as a result. If you're fortunate, you might even accidentally kiss someone with your lips. After this, slyly apologize, but it is safe to assume that the man would be more than happy to resume the mishap.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I'm on page 71 and we finally got to blowjobs. Now, if you would have asked me this before, I definitely would have thought that this would have come sooner, but it's under a section called Awful Jobs, and it says, only with a man you trust and are exclusively seeing. Debatable, okay. Blowjobs are welcome if you're already in a serious relationship with this man and are confident in his sincerity and commitment to you. Ma'am, back off. I'm just surprised I'm still here. There have been many times I've been like, this is a mess. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna go all the way, baby. I don't even know what to think. This was 107 pages of gabagool, and not the good kind. This was just like lukewarm gobbity. This was has me so confused. Now, part of me wonders if this was written by like ChatGPT, OpenAI. It has a lot of information in that it's all disparate thoughts, but none of the thoughts are connected. Ezra Klein said in his podcast episode about ChatGPT that it's a bunch of bullshit. And he doesn't mean bullshit as in like the colloquial term of bullshit. He means it as it doesn't make sense. When you're trying to lie about something, there's at least a connection to the truth. Like, I am lying about X thing so that I can tell you the opposite of what is the truth. But bullshit has no connection to the truth at all. It's just gobbledygook. And that's my experience of reading this book, which then is going to propel me into a deeper rabbit hole. I really thought that this video was gonna be, 8-10 minutes of me dissecting the feminist theory in this TikTok craze. I don't even know what this video is gonna be. I need to pull my audience. Hey y'all, I need your help. I'm wondering if you have been served these particular ads. I'm gonna show you a couple on your For You page, okay? So here's the first one. Okay, here's the second ad. And then it's blocks of text layered on top with bogus advice. And it all leads back to an ebook. And I wanna know, A, have you seen it? B, have you looked at the ebook or have clicked through to the website? And see what your initial impressions were. Okay, well, it's been a day. And what I found out is that I might be on the toxic side of TikTok. Well, no. Here, let me explain. So I placed this poll on my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube stories. Now I realized that putting it on my Instagram and my YouTube stories might not yield the same results because I haven't seen this ad specifically on those platforms. And if I'm polling audience members that are on those platforms, I have to kind of assume that there's gonna be a percentage of people who respond on Instagram and YouTube who may not even have TikTok. But what I found was 16% of my Instagram audience had seen these ads before, which left 84% of the audience telling me no, they had never seen them before. On TikTok, it was a little bit higher. So I had maybe, I wanna say like 20 to 30% of the folks who follow me on TikTok had seen those ads before. I'm the kind of creator who uses her TikTok to source information, to look for ideas, as I'm sure a lot of other creators do as well. And it makes sort of sense that I would be served a lot of these ads since last year on Devin But Better was the year of the goddess. So I typed in words like goddess energy, feminine energy, things like that, search terms like that into TikTok. But that still doesn't answer my questions. And I have many of them. So for the rest of this video, I would like to separate it into 3 different parts, okay? We're gonna talk about the book itself because y'all, we have to get into the book. It's hilarious. We're gonna get into the website because darkfembooks.com has been ringing a lot of alarm bells for me. Also, I would like to get into the business behind it and the ad spend. So actually, kind of let's start there. I want to call attention to the fact that there are multiple TikTok accounts selling this ebook. Usually it's like Dark Femme, Femme Energy, Miss Dark Femme. Those are all the accounts that will peddle out these kinds of TikToks. And then in their bios, they all have a link to this ebook and to their website. Which, when you think about it, is sort of brilliant, right? Why have only one TikTok account peddling out advertisements for a website, a book, product, when you can have multiple? Cast a wider net for more buyers and interested parties. Someone who has reminded me of this kind of marketing scheme is Andrew Tate. Bruh. Hear me out. So for Money Honeys, which is a podcast I do with 2 of the gals from Ladylike, Freddie and Chantel, God bless. If you haven't listened to it, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can listen, we're out there. But for one of the episodes that's upcoming, I talk about Andrew Tate, specifically about how he runs his business and how much money he makes. One of the things that Andrew Tate does is he has a specific, let's just say it's like an online virtual school where you can learn the dark art of being Andrew Tate. And when I say dark arts, I mean, it's dark arts. Well, one of the things that Andrew Tate has created in his school of Tateism, it's a pyramid scheme. So the more you make content about his way of life, him as a person, his school of thought, etc., and the more you attract people to subscribe to this virtual school, the more money you get in the back end. So he has essentially an MLM underneath him, people creating thousands upon thousands of TikTok accounts peddling out his information. That sort of advertising marketing structure reminds me a lot of what I'm seeing in this dark femme environment that I have seemed to stumble on. In fact, a lot of the ideology sort of reminds me of Andrew Tate's stuff. There's a lot of language used, like high value women. There's just a lot of like adages and phrases that are similar in this world to the Andrew Tate world. Also, because I did a lot of research on Andrew Tate for that Money Honeys episode, I'm wondering if my TikTok has tracked my keystrokes and has identified me as a person who is really into that kind of heteronormative philosophy. Men are men, women are women. There's this camp and that camp.
Yes.
Okay, so when you come to this website, the first thing that you see is their most expensive book. This is the $25 Becoming the Femme Fatale. This is the book that I purchased. They have bundles. You can buy a course. You can buy another book called Becoming a Man-Eater in case you were like, being a dark femme, that's not for me, but I would like to be a man-eater. You could be a temptress or a seductress. Literally, I feel like they just were like, Googled archetypes and were like, I'll write a book on that. And then they have this whole subsection about relationship ebooks. This is hilarious to me because the copy of this book says revenge with lightning bolts and then swirly like live, laugh, love text. Your guide to getting back at a guy and ruining his life. $12, that's it. One of my favorite parts about this website is the learn the secrets of the high value women portion. Now, this portion of the website is like right when you scroll down, and typically when you see a bunch of headshots of celebrities or people at the bottom of a website, in my user experience, that's where the testimonials are. And it's hilarious to me. At the bottom of the screen, we have Angelina Jolie, Alexis Demie, and Marilyn Monroe. They obviously are not giving testimonials about this product, so y'all don't get it twisted.
Okay.
One of my favorite parts about this is underneath Angelina Jolie's little picture. It says the posture, the way she confidently looks at people, the way she talks in a slightly intimidating but alluring tone, her body language, how she stares at others with her siren eyes. I'm losing my siren eyes. Okay, you look at me in the camera, ready?
Yep.
Well, he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
It's making me have to sneeze.
This was the first clue when I was doing my initial walkthrough of all of this, that I was like, oh yeah, this is written by a man or a robot. It uses the term siren eyes as if it's recognizable lingo amongst women. It's definitely not, or it is, but it's used in the wrong context. Siren eyes, like I mentioned before, is a makeup trick that you do with eyeliner. I don't know what siren eyes they're referencing. Let's just go really quickly to the About Us. Another huge red flag. We are Miss Nightingale and her protege, Miss Sultry Siren, and we have both experienced a lot of heartbreak and disappointment in our dating lives, but we never gave up, and eventually we discovered the power of the dark feminine energy. Miss Nightingale and Miss Sultry Siren, first of all, they're using MISS. Okay, do you have a man or not? Let's actually, I want to copy and paste their about into my little originality AI. It's actually a pretty good deal. Per 100 words, it only charges you a cent. Now, something I want to say about originality.ai. This is beta program. It's in beta, okay? So we'll see if this works.
One winner later.
I'm sorry. Y'all, they think it's 89% likely that it was written by an AI. Oh my fucking God. Y'all, it's Devin from the future. We're almost at the 15-minute mark, okay? I'm just letting you know, in case some of us have to go to bed. By the way, did you guys notice my siren eyes? I've been editing all day. Like I said, Devin from the future. Editing all day. And I think there's just so much to this video that it's gonna need 2 parts. I'm sorry, but you know what? We've made it this far. Babies, we're already 15 minutes in. So we're gonna do part 2. You have to stick around for the book, y'all, because the book is iconic, as is the stress. If you want a good laugh, if you want to hate read something with me, and then bond with me about how ridiculous it is, and then maybe, just maybe, find something out about ourselves at the end of it, then I'll see you next week. I love you very much, beautiful nerds. Bye. Oh my God, it's MetaDev. Still editing. Wow, look at us. Look at God. We're both here. I also want to say, this is going to be 2 parts because I want to open it up for a little call to action, a little help. Don't look at my laundry. What are you doing? That was so rude of you to look at the laundry that I was presenting in my background. Okay, I still want to see if I can find this business. Okay, so if you can help me with these questions in the comments below, if you have any expertise in this, I want to find out how I can search this business or like trace the website or something. I don't really want to reveal any identities of people. I'm not about that bag, but I would like to know if this is created by some kind of parent LLC. Anyways, that's me. Love you. Bye. Tell him some of your secrets. What? Is it a television show? A throwback to the days of Double Indemnity. What? There is no Dart Femme books. LOL. Oh my god. What if I copied this book and tried to sell it for myself?